I got a Daisy feeling. I got a Daisy feeling. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? I am Andrew Flash Gordon, and I am joined by my co-host IMTIAZ.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. And we are here to react to VFX artists react to Bollywood, number 9, Baahubali, Thunivu, and 2.0. Did I say that right? Thunivu? Thunivu, there you go. And this is, of course, done by the Corridor crew. We appreciate you guys allowing us to react. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to their channel. They definitely need a few more subscribers. They only are in the millions. But no, please, if you could hit the subscribe button to them, we'd appreciate it. Also for us, if you could, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and smash the like button so you can let YouTube know that you are enjoying what you're watching. And without further ado, let's get into this. Everyone's favorite movie.
He turned to me, Chuck.
This is us. This is how we react.
Oh yeah, look at this guy
2.0.
healing his way in to save the day.
It's so weird how it's CG cloth. I mean, it kind of works.
Baahubali?
I only realized it was CG cloth a few shots in. There's literally people there. This is not fun anymore.
It's going a little too far into the cartoon realm.
It is, but I still love the visuals of 2.0. I don't care.
Yeah, once you
Thanks
get
to
out of the
PayPal,
movie,
honey,
like,
for sponsoring this video. Hi, everybody. I'm Jordan. And
Jordan.
before we get into our amazing Bollywood React, I'm here to talk to you about our sponsor, PayPal, honey. So if you're anything like me, you're already doing most of your shopping online.
We
From
can
groceries to
skip
food
this.
to shoes. But what if I told you there's a little button coming up? You guys are in for a treat. Bye.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Bollywood React. That's right, we are going back to India and we're checking out all the new films that we've missed the last few times that we looked at this stuff because you guys have left so many comments. I couldn't help but say, it's Bolly time.
I was sitting in the office, it was quiet, and Ren was just reading comments, and then just quietly I hear, it's Bolly time.
Yeah, of everything we've seen, there's 3 that stand out. We have Tamil Nogaya, AKA The Legend of
Never
Juju.
seen it.
We have RRR. I think it's the golden standard right now.
We gotta watch Koi Mil
Crazy,
Gaya.
it's over the top. It's also got a really authentic, genuine, awesome story. And then obviously we have Saho, which is the dark,
I wanna see
insane
this.
brother. The person
looks
whose
great.
insanity meter is completely empty.
It's like
Or full,
Transformers
depending on-
almost. I want to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, I skipped that one, so I would.
The director of RRR actually did a series before called
SS
Baahubali.
Rajamouli.
And he's actually looked at the catapult
seriously.
scene too, which is amazing.
We bow to
Apparently
you.
there's an amazing waterfall scene in one. So let's check it out.
Everyone knows I love Baahubali 1 and 2, and yes, at some point, guys, I will be working on a flash trivia for you for those films. Don't worry, I promise. I love those movies. I assume you've seen both Baahubali films?
Yes.
The VFX in those films, splendid and fantastic. I will say, when they're using the palm trees to jump in there,
Right.
some of the CGI shots, again, I couldn't have done any better. I don't know how to do VFX. I still give credit to what was done. There were some times where I'm like, this is extremely cartoonish, and I know people are like, they're jumping
Right.
like in from to the tree branch. There's other stuff that could have been considered cartoonish, but there was a point it just felt like Angry Birds for me. But anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop.
I love how you drew that connection, Angry Birds. Yeah, it's true.
I love
Dude, that is a waterfall.
Oh my God,
It's
where's
just
the
all
water
waterfall.
going?
Where is it coming from?
There's like a small ocean up there. Oh shit! Who's jumping over that? Oh, he's making it. There's no like clever trick or anything. He just freaking does it.
Those CG leaves there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, tricked me. Oh, that's the spirit of the waterfall. It's so weird how it's CG cloth. I mean, it kind of works. I only
Wait,
realized
what?
it was CG cloth a
Wow.
few shots in.
They're doing a decent job of matching the CG cloth off of her hand to the rest of her dress.
Yeah. Like it's real up to her wrist.
Oh, I never would have thought. I would have thought the whole thing was
thought it was
real.
a real
Hey, time out.
Is the water going underneath him there when he's hanging?
Yeah. He's only comped in. It's also oddly like high shutter speed.
This is incredible.
Yeah, the vista here, whoa.
Whoa.
That's a sunset. Now it's nighttime.
okay.
This is a very tall waterfall. He's still in a good mood though.
I mean, it takes people a few days to climb Half Dome sometimes. Like, you know, they sleep on the side of the cliff.
Oh, dude.
Oh, this was the video I saw.
Autosave.
Pause.
Yeah,
Load.
that's funny.
Wait,
Queen, that
what
to a
is
video
he?
game.
Where are we? Whoa. This waterfall is
Now
so
we're
tall.
inspired by Half Dome. There's a moment in time in the year when it looks like that.
Yes. Have you been to
Dude,
Yosemite?
I too like
No,
to
I
lift
have
up my
not.
bows by stomping on them.
They
and
have
flying
Just
them
dry
back.
fired it first.
Oh, go for broke.
Oh! James not tied to anything except for his bow and arrow.
Oh my God, he's high.
Wow. This is pretty sick, actually.
I love that shot. By the way, it's so iconic in the first Baahubali film. I remember, too, I always equated that shot. Do you remember the very first Avengers film that came out in
Yes.
2012 when
When
Hawkeye jumps out of the
jumps and
building
goes-
and then you got
Yes.
that angle? It always made me think of that, which I love that shot. It's so cool.
Yes! Is he gonna roll himself up?
Yeah, dude. Oh my
Such
God.
a cool
I
shot.
honestly just want to keep watching the movie now.
Yeah, I do get transported into it.
You guys
I
should.
get
It's a
swept
good
away in the
movie.
world. Like, it's having fun,
And the
but still
second one.
also taking itself seriously in the right way.
Yeah. If you've seen Baahubali 1 or 2, let us know your favorite scenes from it, because I
All
think
of
we
it.
can make an incredible one-off
The whole
episode
movie.
just dedicated to this film.
So you know the movie Ocean's 11?
I
At the
love
end, they go,
Ocean's 11.
this is what really happened. And it goes into a montage and it
Yep.
shows you all the stuff that really happened. So somebody was like, what if we just made the whole movie that? And that's Thunivu.
Everyone's favorite movie, and yes, Jabby and I did react to it. We saw your comments. We know everyone loves this movie, so I just wanted to throw that out here. There were actually some good stuff in here. I know overall it wasn't the greatest movie. I don't ever try to be fake with you guys. I'm not going to escape that, but I thought there were some, really quick, I just thought there were some really cool action sequences.
Right,
But overall,
right.
story-wise, character-wise, I get everyone's gripes. So I had some gripes myself, but I just wanted to really quickly lay that out there.
Wow.
He just walks out casually. Is he the boss now?
Look at those sparks and the real sparks, how far they shoot out, how big those pops are. Boom, they shoot 6 feet, 8 feet out. And then look at the sparks behind them when he starts shooting. Pew, pew, pew. They're this big. The reference is right in front of you.
Yeah. I
In the
mean,
movie.
Yeah, this should be like 5 feet wide.
Oh. Yes. Do
Oh,
it.
no.
Trinidium.
That's a cool shot.
Yep.
Dang.
That's so funny.
What?
They have like a pad up there.
Yeah.
And they're painting out the pad.
They put 0 shadow on that pillar.
I mean, they've already rotoed him out of the shot. They could just take that asset and shift it to the left a little bit, tint it black, set it to 20% opacity, a little bit of blur.
It's like 70% really sweet.
Yeah.
And then 30% like, why was the mistake made there? Everyone knows what they're doing. You know, it's well shot. There's some choreography. There's some practical and special effects. And then every
Matrix.
once in a while, it just gets like they forgot to give that shot some love.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's a wonderful
I
shot.
love that. That's so beautiful. The chaos is so pretty. CG shots never look like that. I feel like anytime like a director has like a CG shot like that in their movie, they're never willing to just let us watch the physics in.
Wait, how much of that was CG versus real?
I don't think any of that was CG. I
It's
think
just
this
a
is all
real ass shot.
It's
I'm just saying, like, if you
great.
compare this to like a shot that's like in a Marvel movie, they treat it as if it's like they want to get away from it, right? Not CG, just cut away. It's like, no, like, why is that shot there? I want to just see beautiful chunks of rock and smoke flying around. That's all I want to see. I like knocking over sandcastles, right? I just want to see it.
Oh, here we go.
See, there's some really
Wow,
cool
those bullets
shots.
are traveling so
We're
slow.
back.
The bullets have little rocket engines. They're like the
Little rocket
They're little Warhammer bullets.
Yeah.
Also like freaking like 50 cals. They're like little chunks of chaps. Oh, see,
Ooh, these muzzle flashes.
The slow mo.
Oh, the
my
frame rates.
God. There's just like freeze frame hits. The first one that really was like, oof, is the slow-mo muzzle flashes where they didn't really quite know what to do.
It was like the muzzle flash that was stretched out and
It's like
squeezed a
muzzle
little
flash,
bit.
it's like the
And
motion blur.
3 frames,
It sticks to your gun.
I love how they're motion blurred, but also like frozen.
Meow, meow. Like, oh God.
You can see the sub-stepping in that motion blur too. It almost looked like scales.
I see VFX artists crying out each time those muzzle flashes happen.
They're frozen. They're literally frozen.
They're like frozen or like super low frame rate.
You know, I can see somebody being like, well, what does a slow motion muzzle flash look like? And a slow motion muzzle flash is literally just a slow explosion.
Ooh, it wasn't a dummy.
He turned into meat chunks.
These guys would have a good reaction
it's
channel
going-
too.
Yes.
Whoa! some
Yikes.
frame interpolation.
That's pretty yucky.
That is some of the most intense like interpolation artifacting I've ever seen in a movie.
If you film a scene, normally, you capture it at 24 frames per second. If you want to play it in slow motion, you would have had to have actually captured it at a higher frame rate, like say 48 frames per second, 100 frames per second, 1,000 frames per second. But then when you play those frames back at 24 frames per second, it plays in slow motion. But here it looks like they got a shot where they wanted it to be in slow motion, but they didn't film it in slow motion. So they went, how do we fix this? Well, they used a handy dandy trick called smooth motion or frame warping, frame interpolation. It's got a lot of different terms. Basically, what happens is the computer looks at one frame, looks at another frame, and it does optical flow, AKA trying to guess what pixels went where in the next frame. It's basically what happens in video codecs, like H.264 codecs.
It must be so interesting and annoying at the same time being a VFX artist when you're watching films like, yes, this is done like how I would have done it. Nope, no, you should have slowed the frame rates there.
Right.
Nope, I can see the shadow there. That
Do you
should have
feel
been.
like it takes away from the magic?
In certain aspects, probably a little bit. I'm sure they're still like entertained, but like for me personally, everyone knows I also, when I'm not here, I do baseball lessons. So like when I'm watching a baseball film, for instance, and I'm watching, you know, the choreography of the baseball.
Right.
First of all, I can tell whether they have a good baseball choreographer on the set and just like the style that's being played. I'm like, okay, this is awful. The film Moneyball, for instance, I love that movie. And I know the movie's not about the baseball. It's about the math of the movie and how Billy Bean just learns to you know, with Paul DePodesta, and I know that's not Jonah Hill's name in the movie, but that's the character he's portraying. He just didn't get permission in real life. Point I'm making, I know that movie's not about baseball, but when they do show the actual baseball action, as someone who teaches and played baseball for almost 30 years, I'm like, or over 30 years, I'm like, ooh. But one movie that does baseball
52?
phenomenally, I never saw that one, Major League with Charlie
Major
Sheen and
League,
Tom
yes.
Berenger. The baseball choreography in that movie, fantastic.
They're trying to take a shot that has way too much of a jump between frames, so all you get is basically a weird fadey morph effect as the computer
now I
tries to figure
noticed
out
it.
which parts are going where. And it just looks really strange and does not at all look like slow motion.
That's the
I
nice
think
way
it's
of
also
saying
funny
bad.
'cause they did it after the shot was completed. It looks like they comped the shot.
You're right.
And then they applied it just the whole VFX shot.
Yeah, you can
If
tell
look
they're
at
trying
the
to fix
flames
it.
and the legs, you'll see it like distorting the fire and the window frames and all that stuff.
Yeah, this was probably originally in the edit as a much shorter shot, and they decided that, oh, this should be a little bit longer, but there wasn't much they could do because the shot was already done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. See some real impact. Dang, this guy just got
We had
walloped.
similar reactions.
Whoa! You imagine bonking your head like that?
Poking the top of your head.
It's so anime. Just have wind blowing on people when you have intense moments. Well, it's like we talk about anime aesthetic in film, right? How we feel like it's the next kind of like big thing in action design is to kind of see like the anime style of like visual
Especially
storytelling
after
brought to
watching
life.
Creed 3
India's
just
beaten us to
recently.
that. Clearly, like anime
I
style
just
storytelling
reacted
is
to it
like
with Greg
alive and well.
Oh, you did?
Real Rejects, yeah.
Yeah.
Amy Jackson. Mwah. You are so beautiful.
Version 2.0, as if it couldn't get better.
I'm still a little confused. Did this eagle activate because he got a phone?
It's made out of
He's completely made out of phones.
It's a plot thing.
You know who
I can tell it's somebody
who they
like,
were originally
really liked
talking to be the
Transformers
villain
and like
in this
had these
movie,
grand
right?
visions
Yep.
of like the street scene.
Sure.
It's like
absolutely, right.
almost there. But it goes
Yeah,
back and forth from like
IMTIAZ.
these really hyper real like GoPro shots or actual stunts and cars flipping
And
to
few
like,
other A-listers
very
in
clearly
Bollywood
animated.
too.
And really quickly, too, I just did my Flash 2.0 trivia. I said on that Amir Khan was asked to be in this film. I thought it was for Akshay Kumar's character, the villain that Arnold was almost cast in originally. But apparently people in the comments section said, no, it wasn't for Akshay Kumar's role. It was for Rajnikant's role. I'm like, I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't have done that, but Rajnikant already had the role. Was that he was getting too much older to be in the film, and they wanted to recast? So 2.0 is not even close to as good as Enthiran, but I still...
Enthiran had more heart.
Our boy's back.
Oh yeah, look at this guy healing his way in to save the day.
He's probably standing on like a little trailer as they're pulling him through. That would be the
Recently, there was a viral video of a guy going to work on his skateboard and drinking Kool-Aid or have you seen that?
Is it the one where and then the song comes?
Yeah. Imagine if Chitty's going and
Yeah, I know which one he's drinking. Like the one, yeah, and he got like viral fame from that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I know exactly which video you're talking about.
Easiest way to get that shot, but it looks like some of the cars flying around him. No, those look like real cars.
I think he's being pulled.
I think
that's like a practically
Chitty doing
filmed
that
shot.
all the time.
I agree. I feel like he was probably holding on to something and they CG'd out like his hands and put gloves on.
No, he's got to be standing on something.
Probably like he's standing, but also like holding.
He's
Like,
definitely
Oh yeah,
not
look at
moving anywhere.
his legs are fully CG.
it's like the bottom part of his legs and his hands look like they're CG.
Because you don't want to stand on a piece of cardboard going that fast. Like, you'd lose your balance so easily.
I'm willing to bet he's probably sitting on some sort of like bike seat, you know?
Yeah.
Just like gripped in with his legs.
Save him,
Ninja
Chitty.
Another
Flatbed
hero's
truck.
just like a 55-year-old man.
Gotta save all these falling people. There's 100 people falling from the air. I'm gonna save all of them.
Take that, Iron Man.
Are those people tumbling?
Or
He's a
Spider-Man.
hero.
You're talking to
It's like
me?
Captain Disillusion being a superhero.
Yeah, it kinda is. I feel like that's what he'd be doing.
Also, this like wide shot where you see him falling in slow motion, but the traffic's still moving at regular speed.
Oh my God, you're right.
Nothing.
Fast
Oh my God, you're
traffic in
right.
India.
Yeah.
That's just a real net, though.
Yeah, it's a crazy practical shot. Like once again,
that looks so fun.
That first shot of them falling down looks uncanny to me.
Well, I think it's real because that shot where they're all jumping off of it, like that's just a big real net there.
Yeah.
So I think they just have a big old net set up and they roll some people down it, and that's as simple. What is it?
I think they
Occam's
look
razor?
separate, dude.
the net moves.
They look separate,
The net
yeah.
animates because he's still lowering it.
And it's probably a bit of a safety concern having a bunch of people tumbling down at the same time. They probably had to do each of these people tumbling in different takes.
Yeah, definitely.
Comp them all together, and then all these close-up shots
don't want them
where
hitting
they're not
each other
actually
when they're
tumbling,
rolling
they're
down.
just kind of rolling and jumping off. It's probably a bit of a challenge trying to, make all that work together.
This is the strangest superhero.
This is very weird. He is jogging.
That's why we love
Designed
Chitty.
to do everything but run. They literally can do everything except just run quickly. I feel like this is what like Mission Impossible like 15 is gonna look like. I want to see 85-year-old Tom Cruise running.
Keep them running.
Now I want to see that.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
The weirdest face replacement.
Whoa! Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a cool shot.
Was that CG window break?
I think it's all real.
I think everything's real, actually.
The camera side of the window and all of that looks real, but the background also looks real too. I mean, this could easily be done with real background footage just tracked in. I doubt he's actually breaking through a window, even if he is harnessed up, 80 floors above the ground.
But that's some nice compositing around those motion blurred pieces of glass.
It's
I'm
a
just
cool
saying,
camera
there's like
shot.
a 99% chance. It's just a window on a green screen, and then they just send a guy through it.
That's a compositing nightmare.
I mean, I think it's real glass, but the question is what's behind the glass? Is it a green screen?
Oh yeah.
I agree, because look at how opaque this glass is. It's fairly easy to green screen out glass when it's all frosted like that, because you can just desaturate any spill on it.
Oh,
Good
Heelys
thing he
are
has
back.
the Heelys.
I'm really confused how these shoes work.
Also, he just like freaking splats onto the tank. He's just like, psh.
It's magnets. He's got his super
Oh, I
strong
keep
magnets.
forgetting that's his ability, yeah.
Like, it's crazy. The CG goes from being like janky to like really solid all of a sudden. Like, it just goes back and forth.
The comping inside the tank is wacky though. This is like bordering on Steven Seagal's motorcycle helmet.
Like, those shots are advanced shots.
Yeah.
I feel like the simulation team on this project, top tier.
As an audience, because I don't usually watch things that will break the magic, because I love movies. But when you watch things like this and you realize, there are movies like earlier we were watching the one you were talking about with Ajit Kumar, Thunivu. Yes, stories and things sometimes doesn't flesh out the way they anticipate. A lot of hard work does go into
of course, yeah.
coming up with these shots and everything, and that's why we're so easy sometimes to go, that one looks a little flaky, but to go into seeing actually what goes behind it, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Some of these full CG shots are pretty
Like
great.
that, yeah. Like, that's a CG model of the dude. Oh, they are Heelys.
They are Heelys.
Wait, they're Heely grinders.
Heely grinders.
Heeled out of a cyber nanobot eagle.
Oh
my God.
We should get the reaction of the whole
Escaped
movie.
the tank. And
Yes.
He's opening the gas tank of the tank. And he's grinding the gas tank.
Wow. Yeah,
Like
it turns
the
out
thought
you think
that went
they didn't think it
behind
out.
it.
Turns
Like,
out I
how
didn't
are we
think
gonna
it out.
blow this up?
So I guess the plot of this is that cell phones and like evil telecom companies were like screwing up birds with radiation from their cell phone towers.
Yeah.
And so like this one guy who loves birds kills himself
Did
over
you know
how
it was
sad he
based
is
on
that
a real life character?
I did, and I put that in my
Ah.
my Flash trivia. You got to watch it, MTIAZ.
Yes,
See,
yes.
MTIAZ is admitting he didn't watch my Flash trivia video.
Missed out.
birds are dying, and then that evil bird spirit that we saw combines with him and turns him into this guy.
Akshay Kumar, great actor.
All the cell phone towers right next to each other in the stadium. Get 5G, baby.
Oh, snap.
He just got vaccinated.
Chitty.
Oh, yeah! You ride that Sony FX1 into the battle.
I ride that cable cam. Dude, these phones.
The phones, this I like. Whoa.
That's cool.
Okay.
Magnetic mode.
But these guys just have machine
Searching
guns.
for guns specific.
This again.
It's just this again. But look how much better it looks.
This is basically like a
Yes.
YouTube clickbait thumbnail as a movie. Dude, look at this guy. Just killing people on the stands.
Nah, the guns are pointed down more.
Oh, he is killing people.
Never mind.
I knew that
It took
was
a time
coming.
to show you the bullets hitting the chairs.
The bullets may be hitting people.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it shot the camera. and
Wait,
it
hold
just
on. Did
jump
the camera
cut to
break?
the same shot.
Wait.
Bonk, bonk. There it is. Wait, no. Which one's gonna hit the camera?
That one.
That one.
It just cuts to the same shot.
Oh, the bird is back.
Bird is back.
This stuff looks great.
Oh, the ball form.
1.0 is back.
It's a really crazy
1.0.
3D model.
The bird's literally says, oh my god.
Wait.
Everyone's dead now.
Run, everybody, run!
Everyone get out of here.
What collateral
Oh,
damage?
he's like, I can't touch it, it's
Yeah.
too quickly.
There's literally people there. This is not fun anymore.
It's going a little too far into the cartoon realm.
Really?
Like, I don't know what the rules are of this world anymore.
Oh my goodness. That's a great photo scan.
When you don't have to optimize your geometry.
I gotta give them points for the creativity.
Oh yeah, look at all that aluminum getting magnetized.
Everything made out of metal. The spoons, the watches, the zippers off your pants. And he's got cool, car abs.
Our abs.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you just Neo him?
Agent Smith
You
him?
just got Agent Smithed?
This is very high concept. Wow.
Activate.
3.0! Oh,
The
shit.
real birds are coming.
The real. He goes in.
3.0! Yes, I love it. Look how cool he is. He's like a Saturday morning TV show host.
Oh my
Go
god.
get him 3.0.
It does.
I love
it
this.
does
The
get
microbots look
cartoonish,
really
but
good, actually.
These microbots.
Well, until they
fun.
move.
It was
Until they
fun.
move and they all had the
was
same.
They all look great. Ant-Man doesn't have shit on this. Oh my gods, they are phones? To fight the phones, they must become phones. Explode. Oh, he's freaking Samsunging. All the microbots go to Samsung mode and they freaking
That
burst.
was
Let's see how this wraps up though.
Samsung.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Turn on that microwave.
Burst that guy. Oh, he's toast. Boom, boom. Everyone wins.
The end. Boom, boom. Man, every time we watch these Bollywood clips, there's so much intensity and energy that I'm just drained the rest of the day.
That waterfall scene makes me feel like I just climbed a mental waterfall. It's gonna take me days to recover. It's really important you subscribe right now because when we do that Baahubali episode, you're not gonna wanna miss it.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next week.
Oh, that was
Absolutely.
fun.
Definitely hit the
fun.
yeah, it was. Definitely hit the subscribe button for the Corridor
Yes.
Crew. Those guys are great. I mean, we know what we think and what we see when
Right.
we're watching these shots, and a lot of things just escape our eye when we're watching, like we don't notice the shadow or
Right.
whatnot, or whatever the case may be, but that these guys have a unique perspective because this is what they do for a
Right,
career.
right.
Whereas like when we're watching them react, we're like, yeah, this is what we do. So, but no, I always love hearing the perspective from them just because, again, this is literally their lives all day, all year long. They're very qualified in terms of like what they tell us and the unique perspective that they give us on it. Just gives you a different outlook on what you've already seen. But what'd you think of the video?
I loved it. I mean, going back to some of these scenes definitely took me back to the time I went to the theater to watch these and everything, but now I'm watching it from a slightly different perspective, and it definitely is very inspiring to see like them reacting to these contents, and you know, some of the things that they're saying is also some things that we feel. Also really nice validation that, you know, that some of the work and the thought process that goes behind these shots are really well thought out. Like there were certain things that were looking at, even they were like, how do you even come up with that?
I mean, obviously American films too, but especially Indian films where I'm like, I have I never would have thought
Right.
in my wildest dreams to think of a shot like that, to think of the hand-to-hand combat that goes into that, the wire works.
Like the guy bouncing off of his head.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
yep.
I mean, I know again that wasn't a very popular film, and I'm in that camp. I wasn't the biggest fan of that film. It was definitely on my lower tier list, but there were a lot of intriguing, unique shots.
Right.
That some of the action sequences were cool in that. Even if the film I don't care for, I still respect, you know, the hard work that goes into it. And at the end of the day, I go, hey, it wasn't personally for me, but there were things I did appreciate in the film, like that headshot and certain other things that were used in it. But obviously, if I ever rewatch it again, which I'm not saying I will, but like there were those shots that they were talking about that I now would notice where the frames, where they didn't slow the frame.
warping,
Yeah, and then also that the shadow on the when he hits the pillar and all that. So, but I thought they made some cool points too about Baahubali. I'm so jealous you got to see that in theater. But I mean, on the flip side, while I'm jealous you got to see it in theaters, I'm glad I got to at least display my affection for the film to the audience, of course, with my reaction.
If it makes you feel any better, I watched the second one in theater.
Oh, not the first
one. I mean, it was something that I don't think anybody expected it to be
How
what it
good it
turned
was.
out to be.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the entire country was talking about the ending of Baahubali
Oh, yeah.
1. And
No, I have to wait. I have to
even-
wait.
If I remember, even the prime minister tweeted, "Why did he do it?"
The uncle,
you know,
yeah.
in case some of you are still living under the stone, haven't
Yeah,
watched Baahubali.
yes.
No spoilers.
I remember like everyone was saying in the comments, because Steph Sabra and I reacted to the first one.
Right.
Everyone in the comments, oh my God, you have no idea how bad it was. We had to wait a couple
Yes.
years to see like why did this happen? So I'm like, we didn't have to wait a couple years. So
Yep.
we were the fortunate, like whatever show you're watching, like when you have to wait, no, I have to wait this long for the next season. It's like, that's why sometimes there is a benefit of just watching the whole, because you get everything in context and you don't have to wait. So there's pros and cons in both ways. But yeah, no, this was very invigorating. I loved hearing their take on Bollywood.
Yep.
I see that there are a bunch of other ones, so maybe we'll react to some of the other ones.
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments section if you want us to. What'd you guys think of the Corridors Crew's comments when it came to these three specific films? Did you agree with them? What'd you think of these three specific films? I know how you guys felt about Baahubali. We love that movie. But still, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and smash the like button so you can let YouTube know that you are enjoying what you're watching. I'm Andrew Flash Gordon, and this is
MTIAZ.
We'll see you guys next time.